I remembered asking the class this question, that when sodium and water mix together, what will happen? You understand? And a child just suddenly shouts, like he shouted from the back and was like, "Explosion, sir!" I was like, "Explosion again? Okay." And he was like, "Just like my daddy's generator." They say medicine is a calling. Um, well, it's true to some extent actually, because I could remember my first day in College of Medicine in Federal University to say we went there for orientation, and the provost of the college was like, anybody that sees he or herself studying this course, definitely that person isn't just lucky, he must have been chosen by God. Then they say around maybe is it 4,000 students applied for medicine, and only like approximately 100 were picked. So I would say it's true to some extent, because it's a calling actually. For me, it's a calling blend with little also we get purpose. You understand that? My name is Abdesalam Awoldi. I'm a fourth year medical student living in Nigeria. Before I started, studying about health, I've already started like impacting young lives. I've been training young lives, helping young lives. Let's go. Make I show you how the life of a medical student is a bit teach. Before medical school, I started teaching very small. I mean, very small. I started from primary five. Yes, immediately after my secondary school, I was called upon by the school I finished from. So I started teaching basic five, and guys, those children now are in SS1. No, those children are in SS2 now.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
God, because my younger brother, I think my last born, was part of those sets, and that guy is in SS2 now. So like when I just remember that those time, I usually like feel surprised, feel amazed, I feel like fulfilled. So because then the students, they were so stubborn that when you are teaching plant parts, maybe you are explaining, you just hear someone will be like, "Uncle, my pen has already stopped writing." Another will be like, "Uncle, I want to go and ease myself." Another will be like, "Sir, this one slapped me." So you understand that kind of like complaint, distress, like the kind of everything. Is not easy, but I really loved it, because that was the only time that I understand that teaching wasn't easy. It's a ministry. When I say ministry, I got promoted recently, though in a different school. This school is different from the one I started from. So I got promoted to like senior secondary. I started with chemistry, a single subject. So I could remember my first day when I was introduced as the chemistry teacher to the students, and they're like, "Is this small fine man that is going to like teach us at all?" I just look at the students. I was very surprised, because though then most of the children, all these big children, like big men children, most of them are my height, my size, something like that. Even though the ones that are not up to my size, they are very big, very fat. So I just look skinny. But the children, like, they have that respect. They have that respect. So because I also respect myself to some extent. Yeah, I would say to a very great extent, I respect myself. And I remembered asking the class this question, that when sodium and water mix together, what will happen? You understand? And a child just suddenly shouts, like he shouted from the back and was like, "Explosion, sir!" I was like, "Explosion again? Okay." And he was like, "Just like my daddy's generator." I bursted into laugh. Like I can't even verse because this Nigerian, you can't just be like angry over small issues. So you just have to laugh something. So if not, they will kill you. As time goes on, one day like that, the principal of my school just like came to me and was like, "At the Salam, we really love the way you are teaching. Why don't you just add one more subject?" And they added biology. Wow. I was angry at first because the workload, biology is not just this normal course. You have to make notes, you have to write, you have to do all those sort of things, lesson plan, lesson note, and so on. So at first I was angry, but with time I understand that this is double work, double pay. So my mind balanced. Fast forward to medical school, before I was teaching the art, but today I'm studying the art. And the one I'm even studying is the one with different chambers, the one that I easily confused. Sometimes I just look at my notes, my textbook, and I feel like very appreciated. And at the same time, like I feel very surprised because I get to see these like complex structures in our body, and I'll be like, wow, and all these things. Like inside one person body, now I go put all these things. So that thing is just like crazy. Actually, I get to study medicine, like open my eyes into a lot of things. Especially those times in part two when I'm studying this abdomen and thorax. You get to see the chest, the rib cage, the heart, the lungs, and different internal organs, abdominal organs. So if you want to thank God very well, come to medicine. The teaching spirit never still leaves me. Like I still have that spirit in me, the teaching spirit. Sometimes my friends will just be like, my colleagues to see, they'll be like, Abdul, please can you explain this metabolism thing for me? I'll be like, okay, bring it. Before you know, guy, I don't turn teacher one.
What?
Yeah, teacher one joke. I hope I pronounce it well. Teaching prepared me for medicine more than I could ever imagine because through teaching I understand how to explain complex things into simpler form. I get to understand empathy. It taught me patience also because be it teaching or treating, at the end of the day you are just saving life. That's what matters. So everyone out there, chasing dream, doing small something just to survive, hustling, like don't feel ashamed of yourself because in this life, any stage you find yourself, like it's just preparing you for a better and bigger stage of your life. I always believe in this. And also remember that peace not really lie for where money be. It lies in a place where passion and purpose finally meet. So anyone out there saying that a teacher can become a doctor, you guys should go and tell that person that I already don't write that story. You understand? So this is the end of the vlog. I actually appreciate you watching up to this extent. So like, share, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So use this time. Yeah. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So see you in my next video. Peace out.